What's good, boys? Welcome back to a brand new video. In the background you see highlights from what happened to me a couple hours ago. Not what happened to me, but what happened to my city. It's 2-2. It's 2-2. I still got a little bit of hope. Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're taking another quiz. I don't really know what I'm gonna name this one. We're just gonna go right into it. Can you name the correct answers? That's literally what it is. I went on Twitter and I said, somebody send me a nice quiz. That's all I tweeted. And many people send me quizzes. I basically just picked one of the first ones that I saw. This one looks very credible. It's got about 40,000 plays. If we scroll down, boom. You haven't played this quiz yet. Okay? All right, are we cool? Are we cool for the people, the doubters? Hopefully we cool now. Let's just get right into it. Let me move this out of the way. I really don't know what type of quiz this is. So let's click it. Oh, it's gonna be one of those like chain event type things, which is cool. I like those. They don't require me to type, which is cool. Anthony Davis is how tall? Well, since there's only one height here, I'm gonna go with he's 6'10". Boom. Which is also the height of the 3-time NBA MVP. So what are our options? Carmelo Anthony, first off, no MVP. So Deion Waiters, no MVPs. Gordon Hayward, no. Julius Erving has 2, but he's not 6'10". Kobe's not 6'10". Moses Malone is 6'10", and I'm guessing he has 3? Yes. Who led the league in rebounds for how many years? Come on. I don't know much about Moses Malone. Again, this is way before my time. 3-time MVP. 3-time rebound leader? 4-time? 5-time? 6? I'm going 6. That's right. Was the same jersey number as the 7'3" Latvian. Yes, this Kristaps Porzingis. Who defeated who? In the 2017 skills competition championship round? That was Gordon Hayward, who just had food poisoning last night for y'all, but that team still came out with a W. See, you don't just need a star player. If your team is there, you're good. Who was selected with what pick of 2010? He was selected 9th. Paul George was 10th. Evan Turner was 2nd. Derek Favors was 4th. That was an okay draft class. Number 9 for Gordon Hayward, though. The same pick as 2011 what current NBA All-Star. That was Deion Waiters. No, that was Kemba Walker, who spent how many years in college? 3. They thought he was gonna come back for a 4th year, and then he said, "Hold on, March Madness. You meet Kemba Walker." And after you win a championship, you leave. What's the point of coming back? You've done everything you can. His draft stock was at an all-time high. You leave. For what team UConn won a championship? Who has had how many All-Stars in the NBA except Kemba? Excluding Kemba, which is the same thing. No clue. I don't know if they're talking about all-time or they're talking about this year. I don't know. Let's say they're talking all-time. I'm going to go with 14. That's a fail. We're gonna do it again. I'm not stopping until we get a 100%. I'll fast forward until we get to that question again. All right. So who had how many All-Stars in the NBA? I'm gonna go with a smaller number. I think I went 14 at first. I think I was thinking like all time. They may be talking about 5. Okay. Which was the same number of people with 70 points in the game until who? Until Devin Booker did it. Who plays for the Phoenix Suns, obviously, who have not played a postseason game since what season? Okay, I don't know this for sure, but let's look at the options. 78, 79, obviously that's not it, because Steve Nash was part of the team in the early 2000s. They had a couple playoff runs, so we can cross out those 90s, 70s, 80s, and we could cross out the 2015, 2016 seasons, because they obviously weren't there 2 years ago. So let's say 2009, 2010. Boom. When they had what seed in the Western Conference? I don't know. Oh, but look, this is why you take things like a quiz. This is the only one with like a place, you know what I mean? Like it says first, second, third. It says third. There we go. It made it to the Western Conference Finals before losing to who? That was the year that the Lakers won a championship. And obviously for the Lakers to win a championship, they got to be a certain team in the Western Conference. So boom. Who gave which players 5th and final? Kobe Bean, who retired last year. The same season, what team broke a regular season record? Golden State Warriors. Before blowing the lead to what team? Cleveland Cavaliers. Cavs fans, they're never going to let that go. I mean, they shouldn't though. They shouldn't. You shouldn't let that go, Cavs fan. You waited way too long to win a championship. Not just Cavs fans, Cleveland fans. You waited way too long. Who has how many retired numbers? Okay. So they got Larry Nance, Mark Price, Brad Daughtry, I think that's how you pronounce his name, Austin Kerr, Ilgauskas. Who am I missing? Larry Nance, Mark Price, Ilgauskas, Brad, Austin Kerr. 5 is not an option here. But I've named at least 5, so it can be 4 because I am 100% sure on those 5. So let's go with the next highest number, which is 7. Who am I missing? Who am I missing? I don't know. 7. Boom. The same jersey number as Carmelo Anthony, who has about this many rings. Me and him got the same amount of rings. He's got more money, more points. Oh, but our rings are the same though. Who played for what college? Syracuse. He got him a ring in Syracuse, so I guess his rings are higher. That makes, okay, his rings are a little bit higher. My fault. Same college team as guard Dion Waiters, who I don't think in college he started a single game. Not a single game, and then he was drafted top 5. Who, as of March 26, 2017, plays for the Miami Heat. One of the teams to wear nickname jerseys along with. I remember that game. The Brooklyn Nets have a jersey. They went against each other. Miami Heat, Brooklyn Nets. This was like in the look at that. It's my 3 Bulls. This was during the Big 3 era. So LeBron's jersey said King James, the Flash for Dwayne Wade, but the Brooklyn Nets had Paul Pierce, the Truth. I remember that game. They should do that more often. Previously known as the New Jersey Nets, who retired which legend number? So the only thing that makes sense is Julius Erving. He won not 2 championships, but 2 MVPs and 1. Oh, what season? End of the 70s? Dang! So obviously, if it's not the end of the 70s, it's the beginning of the 80s. Okay, attempt number 3. I'll come back once we're here. It's gonna take a minute. Was this where I was at? Who won MVP in what season? Yeah, because I think we selected this, so we gotta go here now. Okay, right. So here we go. The same season. What team won the championship? So we're talking about 81. Okay, the only 2 options we have are the Boston Celtics and the San Antonio Spurs. The San Antonio Spurs won their first championship to the end of the 90s. So obviously Boston Celtics, they had 3 championships in the 80s. Making how many championships at the time? Okay, Boston Celtics, you have 17 banners raised for championships, 17 of them. So let's do some math. They won in 2008, so that makes us, we're down to 16. They won one late in the 80s, which brings them down to 15. They won one mid-80s, which brings them down to 15. And then this one in the early 80s bring it to 14. So this was the 14th championship. I'm no math major, but I feel like I got that right. And I did. I don't know what my major is yet, by the way. The same amount of All-Star appearances of what NBA legend? I think Tim Duncan had 15. So Michael Jordan, 14? Hey, I guess so. Who wore, on February 14th, wore which nameless jersey number? 12. We all know the story. Somebody stole his 23, so he had to go out with 12. The same number which All-Star power forward, L.A. LaMarcus Aldridge, who currently plays for the San Antonio Spurs, who won their first division title in, has to be late 70s. They won their first championship in 99. But I don't think they were good in 97. At least not good enough to win the division. What teams are really good in this? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it was this one. And that was great. And as of March 27, 2017, how many division titles? Oh my God. Not 21. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of math, right? Give me a second. So we're in the year 2017. So 2017 minus 1979. So 38. It's been 38 years since they won a division. Have they won a division 4 times in 38 years or 21 times in 38 years? 21 sounds like a too big of a number, but we're talking about Pop. We're talking about Tim Duncan. I'm gonna go with the 21, which is Tim Duncan's number. Yo, this is all coming together. Who was drafted first in this year, 1 year before the greatest draft bust in NBA history, Michael Alowandekano, who was picked before how many players that reached 20,000 points? 4. Boom, 100%. It may have taken 3 tries, but we did it, baby. So thank y'all so much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave it a like. Hopefully you learned a little something, because I definitely did. 21 division titles in 36 or 38 years. That's a crazy number, Pop. Keep up the good work. It's been Kenny. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.